Elizabeth Harding, had never expected her peaceful river ride to turn into a battle for her life. One moment, she was admiring the cottonwoods, reflecting on the water. The next, her raft struck a hidden snag and flipped with a violent crack. Cold water swallowed her whole. She gasped, clung to a floating plank, and kicked her way toward the muddy bank, coughing and shaking. Just when the world began to tilt, a deep voice cut through the rush of river water. "Hold on, I'm Cumin." A tall cowboy with chestnut hair and a weathered hat dashed down the bank. Maverick, known across the county as the quiet horseman who preferred solitude, splashed into the shallows and reached her in 2 long strides. His hands were warm and strong as he pulled her upright. "You all right, ma'am?" he asked, brushing wet strands of hair from her face. Elizabeth nodded, though her voice trembled. Thank you. The raft, it just broke apart." Maverick scanned the river, then glanced toward the horizon. Storm clouds crawled over the mountains. "No way you're macking it back to town in that. My camp's close. We'll wait out the night and figure out rescue come mornin'." She hesitated alone in the wilderness with a stranger, but one look at his steady eyes, full of calm reassurance, eased her worry. "All right," she whispered. They walked through the tall grass, her clothes dripping, his hand guiding her gently. Maverick led her to a clearing tucked beneath cedar trees. A tidy camp-weighted bedroll, fire pit, and a horse tied to a fallen log. Maverick's movements were careful, respectful, as he handed her a blanket and started a fire. "You're shacking like a leaf," he said softly. "Cold," she replied, and scared. Maverick sat beside the fire, his gaze steady but kind. "You're safe now. I promise you that." Elizabeth watched the flames dance. Despite the storm building above, she felt oddly at peace. Something about Maverick's presence, solid, quiet, unwavering, made her heartbeat settle. "Thank you," she murmured, hugging the blanket closer. Maverick tipped his hat slightly, just doing what any decent cowboy ought to do. But the way he looked at her, like she was a sunrise caught in human form, told her this night was going to be far more than an act of kindness. If you want to hear the full story, click the title below.